Fine, good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. So I hope by God's grace you all are safe. So warm greetings to you all students. Welcome to our today's online class. So now we are studying about chapter 6. So what's the title of your chapter students? Specification and abstraction, isn't it? So in this chapter you have studied lot of things regarding algorithm. So last class you have studied about control flow statements, isn't it? Sequential control flow, then iterative, branching, etc. Lot of things you have studied. And also last class just I have started some algorithm design techniques. Only one algorithm design techniques last class you have studied. Okay, so today also you are going to study. So what are the techniques you are going to use to design a particular algorithm? Okay, so among that, what's the first technique means specification. So what do you mean by specification? Okay, so specification means listen. So what are the things you are going to do in the algorithm? Okay, so that you need to write in a step by step. That means listen. So first you need to understand the concept. For example, so in English, so you have hints development, isn't it? So by reading the hints development, that paragraph itself you understood. So by reading itself you can understood this is the theme of the story. So from this you can able to elaborate it, isn't it? So likewise specification means first you need to understood the concept thoroughly. After that you need to define the particular algorithm or particular problem in a very short manner, that is a precisely. Okay, so very short manner you need to define. Okay, that's the first step. Okay, then next thing, so you should represent what are the inputs you are going to give in an algorithm and also what's the expected output you are getting. Okay, for example, if you are going to add two numbers, okay, so how many inputs you need students? Adding two numbers means, for example, 5 and 10. So 10 and 5 you are going to add. So how many numbers you need students? Two numbers, isn't it? So how many inputs are you needed for adding two numbers? Two. Okay, what's the expected output? For example, 10 plus 15. What's the expected output? 10 plus 5? 15. Okay, so like that in that algorithm also first you should specify the how many inputs you are taking. Okay, and also what's the expected output. Okay, that's the second step. Third step, so you should state the properties of the input. So what do you mean by properties of the input? For example, if you are adding two numbers means you can say the properties. It must be a number. Okay, it must not be a character or anything. It must be a number. So that's a property. So always third step is always you should state the properties of the input. Okay, and also you should represent the relation between input and output. Okay, so relation between input and output means in maths you might have studied lot of problems. Prove that LHS is equal to RHS, isn't it? So what you will do? First you will take LHS side and you will solve the problem. Then you will take RHS side, you will solve the problem. At last you will prove LHS is equal to RHS. That's the relation between LHS and RHS. Same way specification means first you need to define the problem in a very short manner. Next you need to give the properties of the input. Then expected output you need to give, and also next you need to state the properties of the input as well as relation between input and output. Understood students what do you mean by specification? Okay. So next algorithm design technique is abstraction. Okay. So if you are taking a problem or a paragraph question or algorithm, whatever may be, so each and everything will have lot of details. Isn't it? Lot of details. But so if you are going to define abstraction concept in your algorithm, so you are not allowed to include the unnecessary details. Okay, only abstraction definition means, listen carefully, this is the definition of abstraction. Very important 2 mark question. Define abstraction. Okay, define abstraction means listen. So you are going to hide the unnecessary details. Okay, you are going to hide the unnecessary details. Okay, only you are going to display the essential things. For example, so you have one best friend. Okay, you have lot of things in your mind to share to your friends. Okay, even if a friend, best friend, you will share only something, isn't it? Some details, or whether you will say all the things from A to Z. Some personal things always you will keep in your mind. isn't it? Some things you won't say to your best friends, whoever may be. So, lot of details are there, lot of things in your mind, but you will say only the things what you decide to say your friend. Essential thing. Understood the concept, students? So, likewise, what do you mean by abstraction means? So, hiding the, so like is what you are saying to best friend, no, you are hiding the personal things and you are saying only the common things. Same way, abstraction means in algorithm or a problem, you are hiding the unnecessary details and only providing the essential thing, that is called abstraction. Okay, for example, listen carefully. So, whatever electric things you are buying from the shop, you will get one guide, isn't it, students? So what's the use of guide? In that guide they will give very detail about how you need to use this device. Maybe it's a fridge or washing machine or TV, whatever maybe. Okay, so in that guide, whether you will read, I am asking whether you will read from the first page of the first line to the last line of the last page. No, somebody will read maybe. So mostly we will read only the important things. So how you need to on, so how you need to off, how you need to operate, isn't it? Only that things alone you will read. Whether you will read each and everything by line, no, isn't it? Same way that now understood the concept of abstraction. Abstraction means you need to show only the essential things and hide the unnecessary. That is called what? Abstraction. Understood, student? This is the definition for abstraction. Ignoring or hiding unnecessary details and modeling an entity only by essential. That is essential properties only you are going to display. That is called what? Abstraction. Understood, students? Okay. So next one is composition. Okay. So what's the third algorithm design technique? Composition. What do you mean by composition means? So last class you have studied about assignment and control flow statement. Isn't it what do you mean by assignment and control flow statements? So in a program or in an algorithm, you are giving some conditions. Okay, so that program or algorithm will check the condition. So whatever condition you are giving, based on that condition, that particular problem or program will check. So next, if your condition is true, okay, if your condition is true means only next line of the program will execute. Okay, so for example, listen. So in a program, I am writing the voting age of a particular person. So I am giving the condition, person age greater than or equal to 18. So what's the voting age? The person who has 18 and above 18, isn't it? So my program or in my problem, I am giving person who has satisfied greater than or equal to 18. Condition is person whose age greater than or equal to 18 and greater than or equal to 18. So inside that I am giving person is eligible to vote. So it will check the condition. So I am entering one age. For example, I am entering the age is 25. So it will check the condition. So whether this age is greater than 80. Okay, condition is satisfied. So you can give the statement. Next line will execute. What's the next line? Person is eligible to vote. Now I am giving the age 10. So now it will check the condition. So whether age is greater than 18. Whether age is greater than 18, 10 is greater than 18. No. So your condition false. So at that time the next line of the statement will not get executed. Understood, students? What do you mean by composition? So composition means always based on assignment and control flow statements. That means, so you are giving some condition. Based on the condition it will check. Okay, based on the condition it will check the value. So once your condition gets true means it will execute the next line. Otherwise it won't get executed. Understood, students? Composition. Okay. So next one is decomposition. Okay. So what do you mean by decomposition means? Listen. So for this one best example I am telling. Okay. So you are going to study one big paragraph or big essay question. Okay. So you are feeling very tough to study that big paragraph question. Maybe consider that big paragraph contain 200 lines. Okay, 200 lines. So you are feeling very tough to study that one. So you are splitting that 200 lines in a 10 lines or 20 lines. Okay. So first you will split first 20 lines as a one paragraph. Second you will split second 20 lines as a second paragraph. Likewise 200 lines you are splitting 20 lines. So how many paragraph you will get? 5 paragraphs. That big 200 line questions you are making or you are splitting into a 5 paragraph. So first you will study first thing. Then second you will study second paragraph. Third. At last if you need to get the full answer you need to write altogether all the 5 paragraphs. Now understood the concept decomposition? Same way. So here also you are going to divide your main algorithm into functions. and big algorithm is there. That algorithm, so big algorithm means it is very tough to write. So you are dividing that big algorithm into a small functions. Okay, so each functions need to work independently. For example, first paragraph you are studying separately. Okay, so second paragraph also you are studying separately. Okay, you are not mixing first and second altogether. Separately you are studying first paragraph, separately you are studying second. Same way here also you are splitting the function. So first function you are working or giving the answer separately, second function answer you are giving separate, that is independent. Okay, so but at last if you need to get the correct answer means you should join all the things. So it is very important thing. At last you need to combine all the things, but at last no, you will not bother about how these things and all implement. You will only what's the use of this one. Okay, so for example in algorithm 5 or 6 functions are there. At last joining all the things, at last you won't bother about how these functions need to work and all. Okay, just you will read, okay, this is the use of this function. Okay, that is called decomposition. Okay, so for algorithm design techniques you have studied. What are they? Specification, abstraction, composition and decomposition. Okay students. Okay, so next you are going to study very detailed about specification in this chapter. Okay, so what are the things you have studied in specification? Just recall. First, you need to define the problem in a very short manner or precise manner. Then what's the second step? You should specify the given. What's the input you need to give and also what's the expected output you will get. That you need to specify. Then after that, what you need to specify, students? What's the property of the input and also decide input and output relation. Okay, so at last anyway you need to prove this is the relation between input and output. This and all already you have studied. Same thing only they have given. Okay, same thing they are giving in diagram also. Listen carefully. See, so one algorithm you are giving. Okay, so in algorithm always will have some input, isn't it? So once you are giving an input to the algorithm will process that one. After you will get some output, isn't it? So already you have studied. So specification, what are things you need to specify? First you need to define the algorithm in a very short or precise manner. Then you should define how many number of inputs. What's the use of input? What's the desired property of the input? Okay. Then what's the expected output you are getting? At last you need to specify what's the relation between input and output. Okay, so we are telling no input and output. So always you will give input in the form of variables. What variables of values? Okay, listen carefully. What do you mean by values and variable? Listen. So in this the place of algorithm, I am going to add two numbers. Okay, students, what's my algorithm? My algorithm is for adding two numbers. Okay, so here I am giving sum of a plus b. Okay, sum of a plus b. So yes, listen. So if you need to add two numbers, how many variables you require? Two. Variables means nothing but that all for a, b, c, x, y, z max you have studied, no? That we are calling as variables. Values means for example 5, 10, 11. So values, okay, normal numbers or digits. That is called what? Values. Okay students, so here I am giving the algorithm is called sum a and b. So how many inputs I am giving? A and b. Okay, what are the values I am giving? For example 10 and 5. Okay, at last you will get the output. Okay, so what value you are passing at the starting stage? For example here I will pass a equal to 5. Here I am giving b equal to 10. Okay, so before I am going to start the algorithm I am giving the value a equal to 5 and b equal to 10. So what's the starting value of A? 5. What's the starting value of B? 10. Okay. So the values you are giving at the beginning of the algorithm or starting of the algorithm is called initial state. What do you mean by initial state? The values you are passing to the algorithm at the starting, that is called which state? Initial state. Okay. Then at last, okay, once the algorithm get complete, what values you are getting at the last? Okay, already you are giving some input a equal to 5 and b equal to 10. So after executing something or after passing these values to the algorithm, at last you will get some answer. The answer is called output. Okay, so at last for that variable you are getting some values. The values you are getting at the last we are calling as and which one? Final state. What do you mean by initial state, students? Understood the difference between initial state and final state? Initial state means at the starting stage, if you are giving, before entering the algorithm, you are giving some values to the variable, that is called initial state. Then after, once the algorithm get completes, you will get some values for that variable, that is called which state, students? Final state. Understood? Okay. So listen, just like the formula they have given. Okay, what are things you need to follow to write for this specification? Okay. So listen carefully. Here they are taking P will be the property of the input. Already in specification we studied, isn't it? So name of the thing, algorithm you need to give, then how inputs you need to give, output you need to give, then property of the input as well as the property of the output, isn't it? So to define the property of the input, you are taking the variable P. Okay, so P be the required property of input. What input you are giving? So for that input you are taking the variable called what? P. Okay, then Q be the property of the desired output. Okay, so Q you are going to assign for what? Property of the output. P you are assigning for what? Property of the input, and Q are assigning to one property of the output. Okay, so now you are going to write this algorithm or specification concept. First, listen carefully. First line, always you should write the name of the algorithm. Okay. Then inside, first listen carefully. So same thing only you are going to follow to write some algorithmic problems. Okay. First you are going to write what? Name of the algorithm or algorithm name. Then inside that algorithm name, you are giving some inputs. For example, adding two numbers means how many inputs you need, students? Two inputs, A comma B. So you should give the two inputs, A comma B. Okay, listen. Next, first always you should give the name of the algorithm. Then say that you should specify what? Input. How many inputs you are taking. Next, listen. Next, you should specify the property of the input. So, which variable you have taken for defining property of the input? P. So, they are giving inputs, then colon P. So, listen carefully. So, here input property and output property, you need to write with the line. Have you seen this one? Dash line. Double dash with a double dash. Starting you need to use double dash to represent. Okay. Then, so input property you have giving the variable P. So, you have given input P. Then output property you have giving the variable Q. So, output Q. Okay. So, in the algorithm or in a program, so the line you have given with double dash we are calling as a comments line. Okay. So, what's the use of this comments line means, listen. So, which are the lines you are giving inside that double dash? So, that and all only for your understanding purpose. Okay. So, for example, if you are studying one big question, so some lines you will feel very difficult to study means you will write the meaning near to that line, isn't it? So, what's the use of that one? By reading that meaning, you can easily understood. Same way, so in the program also or algorithm, you are giving some lines with a double dash, that is called command line. So, you can give, by your wish, you can give something or some lines. That lines will not taken by the compiler or taken by the program to run. Okay, compiler to run. So, that is only for human understanding purpose. Okay, so here we are using what? Double dashes, isn't it? But in our C++ program, normally we will use that backslash symbol. See, this is the backslash symbol we are using in C++ to represent the comments line. So, understood what do you mean by comments line? So, comments lines means, so it's only used for this understanding purpose, not for the calculations or not for anything. So, while you are running the program, that is the use of what? Comments line. Okay, students. So, up to this enough, I think it's so. Okay, this is the one sample problem. If I start this problem, it's fully you need to study. Then only fully you need to complete. Then only you can able to understand. Otherwise, you will feel very tough to study. Okay, students. So, up to this enough, I think it's so. So, what are things you have studied today, students? Algorithm, design technique, specification, abstraction, composition. Isn't it? And also, what do you mean by specification? So, what's the use? How you need to represent the specification algorithm? Just you read the today's portion and study the 2 more question that define abstraction. Okay, students. So, just read because tomorrow onwards you are going to study. That means next week you are going to study how you need to write the specification algorithm. So, if you know the format means only you can able to write specification algorithm. Otherwise, you will feel very tough to study. Understood, students, what I am telling? Okay, students. So, please don't waste time. Study side by side. You study your midterm exam portions also. Okay, students. Take care well. Thank you. Study well. Thank you, students.